Or alone standing alone?
Up to you guys. Up to you guys. You can maybe have us like stand on the all together in front of the podium or not. It's all up to you guys. I don't mind. You guys ready? Yeah. Whenever you guys are ready, you can get started.
Our group will introduce one of the vehicles that we will take soon. If we think about how our transportation will change near future, electric cars and hydrogen car will comes out first. These days, the two vehicles are in the spotlight because they can relieve air pollution as well as global warming. Among them, we would like to discuss hydrogen car in detail. This will help you to get specific information related to hydrogen car. Here is an overview of this presentation. To begin with, we will cover how a hydrogen car works scientifically. Then we will talk about its pros and cons, and lastly, we will tell you ways to overcome its shortcomings. Let's talk about scientific operation first. The most important thing in this part is hydrogen fuel cells. It generates electricity by converting hydrogen and oxygen gas into water. Before going into detail, one thing to point out is that the flow of electrons produces electricity. The hydrogen fuel cell is divided into three parts based on the load. Left is anode, middle is electrolytes, and right is cathode. Firstly, the anode is the place where hydrogen gas is put in and decomposed into hydrogen ions and electrons. The anode is made of platinum because it is the material called catalyst, which increases efficiency of this reaction. Electrons are located at the anode and move along the wire to cathode. Otherwise, hydrogen ions travel through the special membrane to the cathode through the electrolyte. At this time, as explained earlier, electricity is produced by the flow of electrons. On the other hand, oxygen is injected on the right side of cathode. Cathode is made of platinum as the same reason. As a result, hydrogen ions that came to the cathode through the electrolyte and electrons that came to the cathode along the wire and oxygen combine to generate water and heat. Finally, the water escapes through another passage on the right side, and the heat is used for cooling and heating in the car.
What about the structure of hydrogen car? Let's take a look at this picture one by one. At the first step, hydrogen tank is filled with high pressure of hydrogen gas, this tank consists of carbon fiber material, which is very light and resistant to high pressure of hydrogen gas. After that, hydrogen reacts with oxygen in hydrogen fuel cells to create water and electricity. Next, at the power electronics, the voltage is controlled. In here, voltage means force generated by flowing electricity. And then, electricity converted into kinetic energy at the electro engines. And finally, extra electricity is stored in these batteries, and in hydrogen fuel cells, water is emitted from here. Until now, we briefly checked the structure of hydrogen car and the role of each part. From now on, we will look over the characteristics of it. there are three main advantages of hydrogen cars. First of all, hydrogen car is eco-friendly because they discharge only water and heat. It means that they are not related to air pollutants such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and sulfur oxides. And this means that they are, as we can see in this picture, bringing in one hydrogen bus is equivalent to greenhouse gas reduction of planting 13,000 trees. The second one is efficiency. The high efficiency reflects that it can travel a longer distance once we charge it. This is because hydrogen gas is more lighter than electronic batteries. Also, charging time is very short. All we have to do is waiting 3 to 5 minutes until a tank is filled with high pressure of hydrogen gas. In addition, we don't have to worry about the discharging effects of batteries in winter. How about the limits? Carbon emissions in the process of producing hydrogen gas is the most contradictory shortcoming of hydrogen car. When it comes to production of hydrogen gas, there are three different methods. Among them, obtaining hydrogen by reacting fossil fuels with water vapor is most commonly used. But this process is far from eco-friendliness because of carbon dioxide discharge. Furthermore, high expense and lack of infrastructure issues cannot be left out. Hydrogen is highly flammable, so it is very expensive to store and transport it safely. In addition, it will take a lot of money to expand charging stations.
Hi, my name is Kim Won-seo, and now you know about the limit of hydrogen car. So I will introduce about how to overcome the limit about the hydrogen car. So I will introduce the three options, and the first is green hydrogen. First option is to expand green hydrogen production. Green hydrogen is decomposed by water by electricity source energy. It is from renewable energy source, so there is no carbon emission at all. So it is very eco-friendly production and technology. Unlike other energy source, the fossil fuel is limited country to country. So green hydrogen is a renewable energy, so there is no limit. So it's fair energy. So many people expect the green hydrogen is the key fact of resolving the imbalance of energy among the countries. The second option is to focus on long-distance commercial vehicles. I will tell you about the reason. There is a lot of cost to make hydrogen cars. So making a small hydrogen car takes a lot of cost. So we need to make a bigger and commercial vehicle like trucks and buses. We can use the hydrogen in a full advantage. And hydrogen is very lightweight, and bus, truck can take a lot of people and goods. So we can maximize the advantage of hydrogen. So we can save the cost and make a hydrogen maximize. We can maximize the hydrogen advantage. The finally third option is effective policies. This is U.S. hydrogen roadmap. You can see 2020 to 2022. You can see this public incentive. The U.S. hydrogen roadmap announced the public incentive. This is the start, and 2023 to 2025. You can see the policy incentives and this paragraph, and this is about increasing incentive. So they are increasing the incentive of hydrogen car, and their ultimate purpose and goal is nationwide incentive and recharging station. So from this, the Korea have to run from this roadmap, and we don't have yet this clear roadmap. So we have to renew and rebuild the roadmap and policies about incentive or recharging station. This is conclusion. I will summarize our presentation. This time we learned about the scientific principle of hydrogen car and advantage, limit, and how to overcome the limit. So I hope you to remember these two things about how to overcome the limits, expanding green hydrogen production, and more investment and policy development. Hydrogen car is very nice and good technology and eco-friendly, but paradoxically, sometimes hydrogen car emit the carbon and it causes the greenhouse effect. So we need to remember these two things, and we pay attention to policy about hydrogen car and technology like green hydrogen production. So I want you to remember we have to pay attention policy and technology about this hydrogen car. Yes, thank you for listening. Question. Do you have a question about our presentation? Okay, thank you for listening.